Today's Wednesday, April 17th. Markets are pretty quiet today, so not a ton to talk about today. Nasdaq is down 1 point, and Dow is up 10 points. And now the Nasdaq is down 5, so it's just under 8,000 right now. It closed just exactly at 8,000 yesterday, so just hair under 8,000 today for the Nasdaq. The only big movers today are biotechs. Biotechs are down big time today. The XBI, which tracks the small to mid cap biotech stocks, down over 4.5% right now. 4.75%. So biotechs, I'm not sure why. I haven't read into that yet, but biotech's getting hit hard, especially the smaller cap. Bluebird Bio down almost 10%, Immunogen down 6.5%, BioCryst down 7%. Intuitive Surgical, not exactly a biotech stock, but kind of in the healthcare field, down 7%. It's a big move for that stock. Regeneron, they're a bigger biotech. They're down 6.5%. Genomic Health down 6%. So a lot of big movers today in the biotech space. I'm not exactly sure why that is. Maybe Trump mentioned cracking down on drug prices or something like that. So yeah, those are the big losers. Aside from biotech, they're really actually beside biotech, the only bigger loser besides biotech was Vuzix. Yes, we talked about Vuzix yesterday. I thought it was funny. Talked a lot about before about how they come out with these bullshit articles that they write themselves to try to pump up their stock, and they did it again yesterday. And I was surprised that actually the stock was up 4% yesterday, and it's down 4.5% today. So gave back all its gains from that. Maybe people realize that it was just some bogus story that they always write when their stock is having trouble. So Vuzix down to $2.73, likely heading to zero here in the next few years. Yeah, not much else other than the biotechs. Every biotech is just getting hammered today. Some winners, wasn't a lot. Taseko Mines, we just talked about yesterday. I said I wish I would have bought some Taseko Mines. Up another 6% today. I think it was up 7 or 8% yesterday. A small copper miner. ABB, they're a technology company out of Zurich, Switzerland. Up almost 5% today. That's another. I think I've talked about ABB before. They're investing heavily into robotics. It's kind of a big technology robotics and investor. So I hadn't pulled the trigger yet on ABB. As it was sitting there under $20. I thought I had some time, and maybe I still do. It's just a hair over $20 right now. It's $20.88. I think that's a long-term play, but I think it's a huge opportunity there. ABB, that's the name of the company, and it's also the ticker symbol is ABB. The CEO left today after pressure from investors. So they're kind of cheering that. Maybe they're hoping getting somebody new running that company. I believe they pay a nice dividend too. Yes, 4.5% dividend for a technology company. Price to earnings 20. It's a little high. Maybe if you're a value investor, but this is maybe considered a technology company right now. So 20 is not very high, if you ask me. With the 4.5% dividend, I think this is a stock that you buy and you just hold on to. I was actually looking at the chart now. I was actually hoping it would get down to 16 because it's done that so many times in the past. It's hit 16 and then bounced up. 2007 hit 16 briefly and then went all the way up to 32. And then 2008 it fell below 16, but then recovered back up to 24 and then dropped down to 16. And then it seemed like it's funny, as soon as it hit that $16 mark for some reason, it hit it again there in 2010, then it bounced up to $28, and then it fell back down to 16, and that was the bottom again. and then it bounced back up to 22, and then it fell down to 16 again. That was the bottom. It didn't fall any farther. Maybe very briefly, intraday, and then it bounced all the way back up to 26. And then again, beginning of 2000, late 2015, early 2016, it fell to $16, and that was the bottom. Bounced back again to 28, and then it was hovering around $18, $19 here. And I thought, you know what, I bet it falls down to 16 again, and then bounces up. So I was kind of waiting for that to happen, but now it's headed the other direction. It's over 20 now. So that's one where I don't know. I suppose I should have just bought with a dividend. I should have thought, who cares? Even if it does fall to 16, with a dividend like that, you should just hop on that anyway if you like the company. But that one, I was thinking about. I was going to make a contribution to my Roth IRA for this year, and that's ABB was the company I was gonna put most of my contribution towards. So now it's up almost 5% today. I hate putting money into a company right after it's had a good sized jump like that. I like to, but it is still. If you look at the chart, just the beginning, just a year ago, it was at $27, $28. So it's just a little over 20 now. So it's still a good deal, I think. Long term, especially short term, yeah, maybe it will drop back down to 16. But I think long term, I think that's going to be a really good pick. They're working on robotics, like automation robotics, like for say, for Amazon, for like they're picking in the warehouses and everything like that. So I think this is going to be a huge business. So keep your eye on ABB. Other than that, not much for big gainers today, I guess. Um, yeah, the markets were just kind of boring today, to be honest. Right now, the Dow is down 3 points, and the Nasdaq is down 4 points. So just not much going on today. Not a whole lot of news, not a lot to talk about. So we'll see if the Nasdaq can get above 8,000 tomorrow. See, that would probably be the first time in a while that it's closed a week to close out the week above 8,000. I see. Ooh, the Nasdaq is that could be a dangerous double top right now. Look at the Nasdaq chart. Pull that up. It was at over 8,000, and right about where it was a little higher. Well, it looks like we're not quite at all-time highs. It was a little over maybe 8,100. It got up to, and then it fell down to looks like 65, even a little below, maybe even 6,300, and then it bounced right back to where we are now to 8,000. But I see that if you look back on charts when stocks have tanked, it's very common if you're a big chart person, that double top. I've seen it a lot. I'm not actually a really big chart person, but some things you just can't ignore, even if you're not a big believer in charts. You can't ignore sometimes that double top, how it reaches a peak and then it drops real fast, and then it seems like the faster it gets back up to that peak again, the faster it falls right back down. So we could see this could be the start of something here. It's where Nasdaq is kind of at a crossroads right now. It really is. It's really is. Very interesting time for the Nasdaq. If it breaks above 8,000, keeps going, then we could have a long ways to go. But if it struggles to stay above 8,000 here and we start to see some declines, and I would, maybe you wait to buy a stock like ABB. Might want to get out of those technology stocks, unless if you're in it for the long term. I wouldn't worry about it. If you're trading technology stocks, this could be a huge opportunity if there's kind of a blow off the top, so to speak. If this is a bubble, that's going to start to form, or if this double top is a warning signal and you need to get out. So if you're a trader, you need, especially technology stocks, you need to really be paying attention right now to this Nasdaq chart. I'm really interested to see what's going to happen there. So we will keep you updated every day. Subscribe if you want to stay updated, and we'll be following this market every day to just see what happens, following any big stories that come up. So again, thanks for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.